Once you've selected your photos for your yearbook pages, it's time to take those photos and to create what we call a contact sheet. A contact sheet is simply a printout of all your photos a little bit smaller so that you have room to take notes on them, to look at them as a whole and decide what you're going to do, and you kind of have them in a single place so you don't have to keep clicking through photos. Creating and printing a contact sheet is pretty easy. You're going to go down here to Launchpad, and you're going to find Adobe Bridge 2018. It's this orange icon. You're going to open Adobe Bridge. Once Bridge is open, it should look something like this, and you can see there's some ways to navigate up here. So if you're looking for the photos you selected, you go here to Computer, go to the server, of course, make sure you're logged into the server, and then go to the appropriate folder. Sometimes it'll take a second to load up all the folders. So once they've all loaded here, I'm going to go to the yearbook folder. I'm going to go to Blue Deadline, and then I'm going to find my page or pages. So 019 Tennis selected here is what I was working on. So I'm going to open it, and there are the 7 tennis photos that I selected. So however many photos you have here, if you just had a one page where you've got 7, or 2 pages where you have 14, or you have more than that, you've got 30 pictures, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the first photo and whatever the last photo is so that it highlights all of them. If you click on the first one, hold down the Shift key and then press the last one, it selects all of them. You could also do Edit, Select All, and it will select all of them in there. Then you're going to go to Tools, you're going to go to Photoshop, and go to Contact Sheet 2. Now when you do that, this is very important. This screen pops up, and you're going to want to check some of these settings here. You're going to want to say, this is all okay. You're going to want to say 3 by 3 so that you don't have more than 9 photos on a page. It gets too small to see then. And then it says use file name as caption, and it says font. Choose up at the top here a body, MT, condensed light, regular, and then an 8-point font so that it fits there. Once that's correct and that's correct, you can press OK, and it will generate your contact sheet. It might take a minute. If your contact sheet had more than 9 photos, so you selected more than 9 photos, you probably will have multiple tabs here. You're going to need to do this for each one, but you're going to go to each tab and you're going to go to File, Print. This will come up. You need to select the correct printer, and here it's usually the one that ends in M750 unless that's changed, and then simply go to Print. It might come up with something like this. You can click that and say OK. Everything looks correct on there. We're going to say Print. Do that for each page of your contact sheet. Once your contact sheet prints out from the printer, you're going to want to staple them together, put your team names and page number on there somewhere, and now you have a tool to go get names, captions, all that done, and you can take it with you. Now you'll need to keep these in the journalism room. There's a black cabinet in the front of the room. That's usually a good place to keep these. If you're going to take them with you, don't forget to bring them back to the room, because you never know when your partner is going to need them or anything like that. But all you have to do with this now is you take this to people you know in tennis and say, hey, who's this guy? Okay, let's get his first and last name, his grade level. And then you might go to this guy, look up his schedule and find him and say, hey, what was going on in this photo? Do you remember? Get some details from him so that way you can write a really good caption. Use this contact sheet to take notes. Make sure you have Mr. Singleton look at the contact sheet and an editor look at the contact sheet, both to make sure you've got good variety and you're not using any photos we've already used somewhere. And then once you have that, you'll be able to go start writing your captions.